In 1991, you know what we were doing? We were going around and plugging into people's phone lines with a modem, a 28K and 56K modem, and we were making this loud screeching sound, and we were getting people online to show them how to do their first communication without using a post office. And people were scared, and people didn't know why they should do it. I mean, why should I have an email address? None of my friends have it. And we always used to laugh when we're like, this is the next big thing. You know what we'd say? This is going to put newspapers out of business because there's going to be companies that are publishing online. There's going to be businesses that are transacting, and there's going to be companies that sell shoes online. And I remember this because we raised over $100 million during the 90s, and the story kept getting better and better and better. And we were always like, where's this thing going to go? And money was being thrown at it like crazy, and it was just an exciting space to be in. Well, I got news for you. There's another opportunity like that happening right now. And I know a lot of you ignoring it because you're out there pitching your water filters and your blogs and your skin creams and your patches and your mobile phones and all this stuff. And you're out there pitching all these low dollar products in these very small industries, and you're missing the big picture. The stuff that people use to buy all of those products that you're out there hustling, that's where the biggest disruption is. That's where the opportunity is. Did you know that 74% of people recently surveyed by Gallup distrust and dislike banks? How many of you have been screwed by a bank? How many of you have been charged fees and usurious fees for taking money out of an ATM machine? Take one out in Vegas, you'll really feel the heat, But when you think about what's going on right now, we were going around and telling people how to send a communication without using the Postal Service. In 91, the Postal Service was one of the profitable divisions of the U.S. government, and today it's hemorrhaging $90 billion a year. We were right, yes. And we're going to be right again. You know why? Because just as many people hate the banks as hated the post office at that time. And that's what makes this opportunity so ripe for disruption. Disintermediation is what Marc Andreessen calls it. Do you know who Marc Andreessen is? He's the guy that invented the web browser that you all use every day to go out and pitch all your products and stuff like that. He invented that web browser that you all look at every day when you do your social media and put. You know who the number one investor in the digital currency space is? Marc Andreessen. So the thing that you use every day to work your business, the guy who invented it is an investor, the largest investor in digital currency. And he's telling everybody that it's the next big thing. It is the next big thing. And by the way, this guy was the CTO of AOL, the founder of Andreessen Horowitz. I mean, this guy is mega successful, the founder of Opsware. And yet, I have a lot of friends that are ignoring the digital currency space, and I don't get it. I have one friend that complains about, he took $50,000 out of the bank and they told him to come back in 10 days. I mean, what a joke. You don't have to do that. The opportunity to keep your money in digital currency in something that's finite, that grows in value as the community expands around it, the opportunity is now for you to seize that rather than complaining about keeping your money in the bank. Do you know what 9/10 of the law is? It's the law of possession. When you turn your money over to a bank, you give up 1/10 of that right. And guess what? That 1/10 is a very big deal, especially when all of a sudden you have the banks saying, you can only take out $50 a day. Just ask the people in Greece how that felt when they woke up one day and went to the ATM machine and they couldn't get their, even if they were millionaires, they could take out $50 a day. Well, 9/10 of the law is so yesterday. 10/10 of the law is in, and it's called digital currency. And you know what's unique is I can show you how to do a bankless transaction. I can show you how to send hundreds of thousands of dollars if you want to with no fees and no delay and no identity theft or credit theft or any of that crap that the banking industry created. Yet you're so focused on what you're doing, you're losing sight of what is the fuel that actually makes your industry work. That $19 trillion in debt, worthless paper, inefficient money that you use to build your business is so yesterday. And I look at what's going on our space, and I mean, Bitcoin, the number one investment in the history of the world, yet everybody ignores it, and they listen to all the negative stories online. And then all of a sudden, here comes, Ethereum, and Ethereum does a $150 million crowd sale, and everybody's enamored by it in the tech community. Yet there's one company out there, is OneCoin. And the problem with OneCoin is you have to knock zeros off of what they've done so far just to make the numbers even believable. They have crushed the industry. Look at their Alexa chart. They have 3 million unique visitors a month coming to their website. How many does your company have? In fact, I'll bet if you look at your company on Alexa, I bet it's nosediving right now. And I know why, because all of the great leaders are coming to OneCoin. If you look at the top 100 earners in our industry right now, 20 of them are in OneCoin. I mean, come on. I don't know what it's going to take. We have the largest disruption in the history of the industry of the world going on. There was the semiconductor. Most of us were too young to benefit from that. Okay, we weren't in the Fairchild era. Okay, but then we came along in the Bill Gates era and the Michael Dell era, and many were involved in that, and we were involved. We made lots of money in the 90s. It was the biggest, greatest party on earth, the 90s was. And that was the internet that came along. So the semiconductor comes first, then the internet, and now digital currency's here. Guys, I got news for you. I mean, I love blogging. I've been in online publishing before WordPress was even a company. Okay, so I know online publishing just about as good as anybody. I did $65 million in online sales, and probably of the top 1,000 affiliate marketers in the United States, about 200 of you have been to my place and know how I live. And yet you ignore the calls for digital currency and new currency. I don't understand it. The fuel that drives your all's business, folks, is getting ready to get disrupted, and you're missing the boat. Okay? So when you see the opportunity next time to answer a post or see a post on digital currency, I really would encourage you to take a serious look at it, because it is the next big thing. When I can send a transaction, when I can send money without using a bank, and I can go around and tell people that we're going to disrupt the banking industry, we did it with the postal service, we did it with the publishing industry, we did it with just about every business with the internet in the last 25 years. And I got news for you. The internet was the fastest adopted technology in the history of the world. Did it in 25 years. 87% of the people are now using the internet in the United States. Digital currency, they say, will be adopted in less than 10 years. By 2026, there will be full adoption of digital currency. The big question is, are you going to be on the front of the wave, or are you going to be on the back of the wave?
Bitcoin, OneCoin, Ethereum are becoming the smart currencies of investors and businesses worldwide. My name's Tom McMurran. I'm the author of the Amazon best-selling ebook, The Seventh Disruption, The Rise of the Digital Currency Billionaire. I'm also the host of Grant Cardone's TV show, The Coin Prophet. Each week we'll be exploring the new currency lifestyles, and we'll be talking to leading industry experts, investors, and businesses just like yours about strategies of new currency. We're going to show you how you can reduce those pesky bank fees. We're going to show you how you can cut down on payroll expenses, and those chargebacks, you can forget those. With the new currency, they're gone. You tune in every week to The Coin Prophet exclusively on Grant Cardone TV.